Stacking them high. What's up, everybody? Trying to not blind you guys with that glare. Alright. I think that's all of them. Piece of cake. We got a busy night, man. Busy night tonight. Tonight. Okay, I'm not going to sing. But it is a busy night tonight. We got, obviously we're going to do our, pardon me, our wrestling break now. I have a National Treasures racing break posted currently that is in the midst of filling. You have to kind of, if you want to go claim drivers in that, you just kind of have to read the list a little bit. If you sort to all comments and then go down to where I just posted that I was getting ready to go live, the list is current from that point backwards, but from that point forward, I haven't updated, obviously, because here I am. So you just kind of have to check out what was claimed, because it's going to be a little bit till we get back to that. So, but we'll get it. What's up, Jerry? So we got, like I said, we got Chronicles. We got the National Treasures break, and then I do have a big PSA reveal for somebody tonight. It's a single card reveal, and I'm gonna dare say, well, I'm very confident in that it's the most valuable and most expensive card we've ever graded. But I would dare say that probably a more valuable card than some of our entire submissions at certain points. So, big high-end card returned from PSA. It's not mine, somebody else's. Somebody else had a really, really good day. So, we will do that PSA submission reveal live a little bit later tonight as well. I don't know exact times, obviously, because we're going to do this before we do everything else. So, yeah, here we are. Let me get the tablet all set up for our duck race. And we'll go over some stuff real quick. So everybody should know who was in your groups, but I'll kind of quickly go through this. Unless it's kind of a bigger card, I probably won't call out. You know, it's going to have to be a bigger card for me to take the time to hunt through the list. Everybody just should know who you have. But Heather has Team 2. Sea Salt has Team 3. Danny has Team 4. Brian Kessler has 5. Chris Barlow has 6. Brandon Barton has 7. Philip Mancini, 8. Mark Bucayotto has 9. Brandon Barton, 10. Philip Mancini, 11. Heather Hoopman, 13. And Craig Mintz, 16. So those are our groups that are claimed. And then we have a duck race filler ready to roll here to settle the rest. The way we're doing the duck race is top 4 each get a group. And so once we've got that settled, I will go ahead and add those names to our little list here, and then we'll be ready to roll. Have to remember all... I mean, you don't have to remember, Brandon. If it's a bigger card, obviously I'll call it out. I'm just saying if it's, if it's a bronze parallel, I'm not going to call out all those. Because there's like 7, holographic, optichromes, whatever per box. So we're not going to It's going to have to be a little bit better card for me to take the time to hunt it down in the list, but you know who you got. At least you have a general idea who you got, I think. I hope. Here's the duck race, 1 through 24. Brandon's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm shooting blind here. Oh, goodness. And I am aware that we had several people jump in, especially in the duck race, just because they were wanting to try to help. Several people that said, hey, I don't really do wrestling, but, I just want to help out, want to participate, whatever. Definitely appreciate that. And I think you guys will find wrestling cards are pretty fun. I can tell you that my experience over the last year as a dealer at card shows, WWE is really taken off in cards. So, if it's something that you're interested in a little bit, it's a good time, I think, because it's still on the rise, in my opinion. But here we go. Let's do our duck race. Like I said, we're looking for top 4. Top 4 on the duck race gets a group. We're going to shuffle them one time. And good luck. Here we go. We got 15, 9, 21. They're all out there. One is kind of on the way. Okay, so 840 cards you can call. All right, sure, Brandon. We'll be here till 3 a.m. with me doing that. All right, duck 9 is going to be Heather. 21 is Brian Kessler. Duck 15, Matt McLaughlin. And duck 1, John Boyles. So, the way that's going to work out is Heather Hootman gets team 1. I'll show you the list again as well, just so you guys can get an idea of who you got. So Heather Hootman has team 1. Brian Kessler has team 12. Matt McLaughlin will have team 14. And John Boyles will have team 15. There's our list to kind of compare those 9, 21, 15, and 1. All right, let me get that out of the way. And we'll be ready to go. Like I said, I'll show you guys the list here again, just so you have a rough idea. So Heather Hootman got team 1. That's the Cody Rhodes spot. The highlights, I think, are Cody and Dusty, Indy Hartwell, Kelly Kelly. You got Nikki ASH, DDP, so on. Brian Kessler has team 12. That's going to be highlighted by Becky Lynch and Drew McIntyre. And then you got Brock Lesnar. Max Dupree, who's actually LA Knight. He was still going by Max Dupree when this product was made. So kind of a sleeper spot there a little bit in Team 12. Team 14, Matt McLaughlin. Solo Sikoa, which is a rookie in this product. And then you got Caden Carter and Katana Chance tag team. Steve Austin, Sami Zayn, Kane, Lyra Valkyrie, who is now a double champ. So pretty strong group there. And then Team 15 is highlighted by Charlotte Flair, Edge, Kevin Owens, Ivy Nile, Shinsuke Nakamura. and then a few others down in there. So that's how the list shakes out. Like I said, the anybody that's not listed is just a house spot for this, because there's just so freaking many wrestlers. I mean, you guys know there's a handful that I collect, or my daughter collects, but man, beyond the few that I like to keep, there's just so many. I had to make a decision somewhere, and so, oh hell yeah! Now, Matt, you gotta go get 2 beers and do the thing. And then when your wife gets upset for you making a mess in the house, don't come yelling at me. It wasn't my idea. I didn't suggest that. All right, good luck, everybody. Here we go. Empty box number 1. There's no guaranteed hits in these, but I have opened several of these, and I have pulled autographs and some other stuff. So I think what we'll do is just open all the packs in each blaster. I think that'll work out pretty good as far as... All right, here we go. Good luck, everybody. You got the Immortal Hulk Hogan, Kit Wilson Origins, Rhea Ripley, 72/99 Origins Green Gunther. He was easy to find for me. That goes to Sea Salt, Team 3. Kofi, Madcap Moss, Umberto, Veer Mahan or Maheen rated rookie. I don't think he's with WWE anymore, but he was a heck of an athlete. Asuka. This guy cracks me up. R-Truth, 22/99. He's in Team 13. Goes to Heather. Another one that I knew exactly where he was. I've got him in the same group as The Miz, so it was easy to find. Shinsuke Nakamura, D'Angelo, Mustafa Ali, HBK Shawn Michaels, Drew McIntyre, Wendy Choo, rookie. We got Nikki Bella, The Rock, and 7/99 green Drew McIntyre certified. That is going to Team 12 and Brian Kessler. That was one of our filler groups. Video proof that I told him. Angel, or Angel, I think is how they pronounce it. Triple H, JBL, Biggie, Batista. Oh, the ultimate heel turn. I get not necessarily heel turn, but the ultimate betrayal, I guess I should say. Paul Heyman, Dragunov, Veer, Tamina, Triple H and Gunther again, Ronda Rousey, Ivar, got Terry Funk, Bam Bam Bigelow, Bret the Hitman Hart. There's the Solo Sikoa rookie I was talking about. Dude's pretty ingrained into the stories at this point, so pretty solid rookie, I think. Alexa Bliss, Sheamus, Roddy Piper, Becky Lynch, Cedric Alexander, and Karrion Kross. box. All right. Alundra Blaze. Elton Prince. Dante Chen. Andre the Giant. That's the bronze Andre. Zia Lee. Greg the Hammer Valentine. British the Bulldog. Nikki ASH. Rowdy Roddy Piper. Greg Valentine. Matt Riddle. I also don't think he's around anymore, or he's in a lower division. Montez Ford. Goldberg. Dana Brooke. It's amazing when you go back just a couple years how much things changed. Stone Cold Steve Austin. He had a few Steve Weisers last night. Eddie Guerrero. Roxanne Perez, rated rookie. I'm not going to sleeve every rated rookie, but I'll at least put a couple of them in the sleeves for now, and then when we're done, we can do the rest. Julius Creed. Cora Jade. That's going to be the bronze certified. Xavier Woods. Hulk Hogan. Roman Reigns. Cody. Cannot believe they gave the title to John Cena last night. I just don't get it. Origins. Jake the Snake. Yeah, I do not like snakes. Ciampa, Liv Morgan, Edge, and Cora Jade. Queen Zelina. Shanky. He was always funny because he always wanted to dance. Bruno Sammartino, British Bulldog. Big E. Ivar, AJ Styles, Aaliyah James, Guru Raj. He's not one I'm familiar with at all. Natalia, Duke Hudson, T-Bar, D'Lo Brown, and Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Box. Oh yeah, there's another one. I see it already. We'll get back to it though, but I see the Braun Breaker. He's another rookie in this class or this product. All right. Batista. Randy Orton. Goldberg. There's the bronze Stone Cold Steve Austin from Legacy. Aaliyah. Finn Balor. Angelo Dawkins, not D'Angelo. Angelo Dawkins. Joe Gacy. AJ Styles. R-Truth. Alba Fire. The Ultimate Warrior, Ronda Rousey, Alexa Bliss, Columbus Girl, Bianca Belair, Ivy Nile, KO, Kevin Owens, and Katana Chance out of Flux. Oliver Carter, Commander Aziz, Captain Lou Albano, Shotzi, Alba Fire Luminance, Origins Bronze Eddie Guerrero. That's the best way. That's the best R roll I can do. Ginny, Mr. T, The Rock. Dominic Mysterio is now a champion. Shawn Michaels, Nathan Frazier, Bret Hart, Roxanne Perez. That's the bronze. Shayna Baszler, X-Pac, Macho Man, like I said, Braun Breaker, rated rookie. Guy is an absolute athlete. No, Chris, you didn't get any duck race groups. Sorry, I just saw your comments. Goldberg's son is a backup linebacker at Colorado. I did not know that. Charlotte Flair, Booker T, Mandy Rose, Ezekiel and Shelton Benjamin. Boy, Dion's got a mess out there in Colorado, doesn't he? How long do you guys think Dion coaches without his kids before he says, nah, this is for the birds? I've never heard of a quarterback having their jersey retired after a career record of 13-12 and not winning any significant awards as an individual. like none of that screams jersey retirement or number retirement. Odyssey Jones, Blair Davenport, Jim Lawler, Big E, Bronze Luminance, Andre Chase, Jinder Mahal, Don Morocco, Roderick Strong. We got Valentina Feroz, Luminance, Eric Bronze. Those are all upside down. XR Cruz del Toro, Akira Tozawa, Rick Rude, and Ken Shamrock. Macho Man, Brie Bella, Liv Morgan, Mankind, which all of Mankind's aliases fall under Mick Foley. I only put Mick Foley on the list for that reason. That's the bronze XR Blair Davenport. This top corner a little rough on that Blair. I'll put it in a sleeve. It's the first rookie of hers that we've seen, I think. That corner is not great. Gigi, Big Boss Man. Gable Stevenson, rookie. I don't know if he's still with WWE either, but he got an Olympic medal in 2022? Or 2020? I don't remember. Finn Balor. Triple H Bronze Legacy. The Miz. Undertaker. Elektra Lopez. Asuka. Trish Stratus. JC Jane, Elektra, Miko Satomura, Trick Williams, Lex Luger, John Cena, now the record holder, 17-time champion. I still don't understand that, but it's not my decision. Terry Funk, Shinsuke Nakamura, Billy Gunn, Jake Roberts, Nikita Lyons, Robert Roode, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. He rode his quad in last night and then crashed it and knocked a woman over. I think she was okay by the sounds of it, but Big E was a D lineman at Iowa. I did not know that. That's one thing I wish they did more of, is talk more about where some of these people come. Like when wrestlers come out, I wish they would like put their height, their weight, their hometown. If they played collegiate, something like that, list that. Or if they were an Olympian, list that. You know, any major stuff that would feel like. I wish they'd have a little blurb when they come out for like their intro. And I know it doesn't mean a lot in WWE, but I wish they'd list their records. I wish they kept track of their wins and losses better, and it was like a thing. Like I said, I know it's not a big deal in WWE, but it would still be cool if they kept track of that. Steve Austin, Eddie Guerrero, Roman Reigns, Joe Gacy, rated rookie, Yokozuna. Remember when Lex Luger body slammed him? Xavier Woods, Hulk Hogan, Roxanne, Cody, D'Lo, Jerry Lawler, Liv Morgan, Edge, Cora Jade. Man, there's got to be a hit somewhere along here. Zelina, Shanky, Bruno Sammartino. That is a short print, green, Phoenix, Ciampa. I don't know where I've got him. I'm going to try to quickly glance and see if I can find him on the list. I don't remember where I stuck him. 25 of 25 for Ciampa on the green Phoenix. So our first short print. If you Google it, it will tell you. Well, I understand that. Google will tell you a lot. I just don't want to Google every little... Elite Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles and Ivar, Aaliyah James, Guru Raj, Styles and Braun Breaker. That's another rookie for Braun Breaker, the black. Ciampa is a licensed attorney. I like the random facts that you can throw out, Brian. That's... Mandy Rose, I'm pretty sure she makes her living on OnlyFans these days. Bronze, Jim Neidhart, Lacey Evans, Gable Stevenson, Ridge Holland, Tony D'Angelo, John Cena, Indy Hartwell, XR Carmella, another XR card and another soft corner for Carmella. Ludwig Kaiser, Happy Corbin, and Eric. I do know that Ludwig is the boyfriend of Tiffy Time. I do know that much. Yeah. Yeah, Austin had a rough evening at WrestleMania, I'd say. I would have rather seen them have The Undertaker come out, play his music, and let that gong hit, and let him come out and do the attendance than either one of the other two. But I also know you can't, I'm sure at this point they don't want to overdo it with The Undertaker since he's retired, and, you know, you can't have every special event him coming out with a little cameo, or then it doesn't stick, I guess. What I watched a long time was a Sting, Ultimate Warrior, Hogan, and The Rock fan. Yeah, Sting was one of my favorites, Craig. Sting was one of my favorites. Full of wrestling facts, Brian. Ultimate Warrior, Axum, Gigi Dolan. There's the bronze rated rookie Cora Jade. Paul Bear, Rhea Ripley, Freddie Blassie, Carmelo Hayes rated rookie, Edge, Veer, KO, Sid Vicious, Psycho Sid, Michael Hayes, Jagger Reed, Superstar Billy Graham, Grayson Waller, I find him hilarious, Sonya Deville, and how about a optic hollow Stacy Keibler? Bronze Elite Sheamus. Another soft corner. What the heck? Reggie, Roman Reigns, Beth Phoenix. Bailey on the Luminance. Brock Lesnar. Bobby Heenan. We got Hulk, Kit Wilson, Rhea Ripley, Tamina, Shotzi, Madcap Moss, Umberto, Veer, Asuka, Cruz del Toro, Tony D'Angelo, Mustafa Ali, and Shawn Michaels. Mom went to high school with Linda McMahon. Interesting. Yeah, Liv Morgan's phone number. Yeah, no kidding. Somehow, I don't think Liv's going to be interested in any of us. Sorry, fellas. Chris, you probably got as good a shot with Liv as I do with Carrie Underwood. The Godfather, Gold Dust, Hacksaw. Yeah, I liked Hacksaw Jim Duggan. So, Craig, I liked Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I liked the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal. And I also liked the Bushwhackers. The Bushwhackers were my grandpa's favorite. Of course, you know, my grandpa really didn't have any teeth, as far as I can remember as a child, so he sort of fit that mold of a bushwhacker kind of style. Drew McIntyre, Wendy Choo, Nikki Bella, Alundra Blaze, Roddy Piper. Since we're starting to see some repeat base cards, I'm going to try to just keep going. Bronze Bam Bam, Rikishi, Ronda Rousey, Williams. The Miz, bronze certified. He's from Cleveland. Solo. Alexa. Elton Prince, bronze. There's Bailey. Becky Lynch. Karrion Kross. Cameron Grimes. There's Tiffy time. Rookies and Stars rookie. Dudley Boys, yeah. Get the table! I'd like it, Brian. Lita was her favorite female, yeah. Lita probably broke a few hearts back in the day. I'm sure Lita and Stacy Keibler and several others are Truth, Raquel, Carmella, Illusions bronze, Trick Williams rookie. Chad Gable, man, he's one. I know he plays that role, but man, he is one that you just want to punch him right in the face. Like, he is so obnoxious. Like, and obviously that's him doing his job extremely well. And it could be his personality too. I don't know, but man, he's obnoxious. He is something else. I did find it interesting that Dominic Mysterio, has been a guy that's been booed for quite a while. And last night after he won, he actually got a little bit of a curtain call, and went back down and got quite an ovation. I don't know if that was just the crowd saying, okay, we're ready to accept him, or if it was just them acknowledging the moment, or, I don't know. But he's another one that plays his character so well. I think The Undertaker has said it many times, but that's why The Undertaker had so much success, because he was so dedicated to his character. Bronze Origins Gunther. JC Jane, rookie. Like I said, not trying to get all the just trying to get some of the highlights. Rhea, Freddie Blassie. And once I've gotten one, I'm not going back for more. Carmelo. Edge, bronze Charlotte Flair, The Miz, Grayson Waller, Spectra Shayna Baszler. I don't know if they call that a prism. Yeah, they do. I actually like her a lot. I like her logo. Then we got Dude Love, Mick Foley. Bailey. Rousey. DDP. Molly Holly. Hulk Hogan. Kit Wilson. It's crazy. We start out, the first box we had, 2 or 3 numbered cards right away. And we've had very little since then. Actually, 1 since then. That's very interesting. Lacey Evans. Aaliyah bronze, black. If that made sense. Yeah, the first box, there was like 3 numbered cards, and I was like, oh man, this is going to be pretty nice if we're getting, several numbered cards in every box. Like, that's all right. And then all of a sudden, That ship sailed. I was hoping that we might get one or two hits, like one or two either relics or autos or something. So we're creeping up on the halfway mark. So we might have to do some kind of dance or something. I don't know. We got to speak it into existence. Zelina, Shanky, Bruno Sammartino, and Valentina Feroz, 3/99 with the green rookie luminance. I have no idea where I put her, or if she's even in a group for that matter. I think she is, because I remember seeing her name, but I have no idea where she's at, so we're going to just keep moving. Whoever has her will know that they have her, or they can go back and look and know that they got her. I love the luminance look, though. Those are some of my favorite cards across all sports. Edge. There's another green. I was talking about it, and then boom, Xavier Woods, 77/91. That goes to Chris Barlow in Team 6. Easy to find because I got all those guys from the New Day in the same group. Blair. Andre. Mandy Rose, Giro, and then we got Gorilla Monsoon with a green black 79/99. How weird is that? That we get three. I was literally just talking about it, and then we get another box with 3 numbered cards. Well, no complaint, but just interesting the way they do that. Cena, bronze, Roddy Piper, Jake Roberts, Ludwig Kaiser, Caden Carter, Creed, bronze Karrion Kross, Dude Love, Miko Satomura, Charlotte Flair, Von Wagner, Idris Inofi. Got any fun facts about him, Brian? Idris Inofi, Johnny Rods, bronze XR DDP, Chief J Strongbow, Otis, Junkyard Dog. Remember Superfly, Jimmy Snuka. The Four Horsemen. Then, of course, more recently, the NWO, DX. All right, this is our 10th blaster, so I guess that's halfway. All cards, so obviously there's going to be a lot of base cards. I will sort all the cards, and all cards will be included with your group. However, if you do not want your base cards, just let me know, and I'll add them to our Cards for Kids stack. because I know there's probably going to be somebody that's going to not want, or somebody's that's going to not want their base cards, which is totally fine. Just let me know if you don't want them. The Rock, but otherwise I'm going to assume you do. Dante Chen, Bronze, Prestige. Carmella. Cora Jade, Brock Lesnar. Becky Lynch, Bronze. Grayson Waller, Certified Rookie. I don't think we've seen one of those yet, so we'll sleeve him. Jey Uso, new champ. Oh, we got one upside down. Dante Chen. I think we finally got a hit. I don't think he's with the company anymore, but Veer Mahan. Contenders Ticket Red Rookie Auto. Where in the world did I put him? Heather Hoopman, Team 13, with the Veer autograph. There we go. Finally got our first autograph. I was hoping we'd get a couple at least. Bronze Black, JC Jane. Roddy Piper. Bronze Nikki ASH. Bret Hart Illusions. Dana Brooke. Bronze Cedric Alexander. Amari Miller Black. I'm not familiar with her at all either. And this gets us halfway. Cody. Trish Stratus Flux. We've only seen, I think, 2 Flux cards tonight. Bronze Elite Miz. Liv, Edge, and Cora. It's a ton of cards for sure. Ton of cards. It's going to be fun sorting that tomorrow. I'll have to put on a podcast of something and just go to town. That's what I normally do when I'm sorting. I'll listen to... While I'm sorting cards, I'll listen to somebody talk about cards. Or racing, so depending on what's going on. Sometimes I'll turn on Dale Jr. or Harvick's pod. One of those guys, listen to that too. All right, let's start the second half. The first half of this case wasn't terrible, but wasn't great, in my opinion. I mean, we did get a number of, we got about 7 numbered cards, 1 short print, and 1 auto. So, for blasters, that's not terrible. Hopefully we can at least match or better that in this second half. So let's see what we got. Bianca. Ivy Nile rookie. I don't think we've had any of hers that we've sleeved to this point. She's a beast, man. She is jacked. Kevin Owens, which if you haven't seen Kevin Owens and his inscriptions, or the video that they put out of him talking about his inscriptions, gold, Jerry. Pure gold. It's absolutely hilarious. John Cena, bronze. Valkyrie, certified rookie, double champ. That goes to McLaughlin. She's got the women's Intercontinental Championship, and then she also became a tag team champion last night. So, Valkyrie double champ. Dana Brooke, bronze. That is a different Illusions. I guess it's still a base because I don't see any number on it or anything, but it's like a blue color. Maybe it's just the way the color of the background was done for his. Mr. T. Andre Chase. Macho Man. Braun Breaker. Caden Carter. Dewdrop. She's been under a few different aliases as time's gone on. Mandy Rose. Io Sky. I was surprised she retained, but the way the story was being told, it seemed like that was what was going to happen. Bronze Xavier Woods. Gable Stevenson Elite rookie. You have to, when you watch wrestling, you have to let yourself, you have to allow yourself to get immersed into it. Like watching a TV show or a movie, right? Like if you try to critique and get to, reality based, then that's when you kind of lose some of the luster. You got to allow yourself to get kind of immersed. Sonya Deville. Bodie Hayward, Umaga, Rick Steiner, and Jimmy Uso. It was cool to see Jimmy go out there with Jay and have a moment together. I keep hearing my computer ding, so I know people are still claiming spots in the National Treasures break. But if you're wondering, I will get that list updated once we're done, as I said. And then we'll be ready to go with that break pretty quickly once it's full, or if it's full already, or whatever the case may be. That's an easy one to get set up for because it's only a 2-box break. So we can rock and roll with that pretty easy. And then I still have that PSA submission reveal that we're going to do tonight for somebody. Like I said, if you're into big cards, non-NASCAR, non-wrestling, I will tell you that. It's one of the major sports, and it's a big, big card of a super hot athlete right now. So, you want to see a really big time card back from PSA that we just got. You'll want to watch that. Origins Bronze, Randy Orton. Lash Legend, rookie. Carmella. Bronze AJ Styles. China. Batista. Cora Jade. Sami Zayn. Rikishi. The Rock. Goldberg Bronze. Elite Stacy Keibler. Chin. T-Bar. RVD. Greg Valentine. Nikki. Farouk. Damn. Isn't that what he always said? Damn. Bailey with the bronze. Black. Caden Carter. 0. Drew McIntyre. Aaliyah James. Charlotte Flair. Von Wagner. Inofi. Stevenson Bronze. Drew McIntyre. Undertaker. Yeah, sure. I don't collect a lot of Undertaker stuff. Michael Pierce. I really the whole time I've been just chasing one autograph of the Undertaker. That's really what I'm after. Zia Lee. I actually have a couple nice Undertaker cards that are in my show box. Bronze Grayson Waller. Joe Gacy. Wendy Chu, rookie. Mandy Rose. Bianca. Ivy Nile. KO. Ridge Holland, bronze. Black Nikki Bella. Was it Nikki or Brie that was with John Cena for a while? Mr. T, The Rock, Dom. Those three seem to all be together every time we see those. Have his title belt, big and small autograph. Yeah, that's awesome. I just want to get one nice, and I've kind of been particular because I've seen some stuff. Obviously, there's always stuff on eBay, so it's not like, oh, I can't find it. You know what I mean? As far as the Undertaker autograph, but I've been pretty picky. I'm trying to find. There's certain outfits of his that I preferred, and that I'd like to find him in, and then, of course, I'd like to try to get an on-card auto, which is a little trickier too. I'm not usually a one of those that doesn't like stickers. But the whole reason why I want the Undertaker's autograph, A, is because I really used to love watching him, and B, he's got a phenomenal autograph. Like, his signature is really, really nice, and so I would prefer it to be on card, especially if I'm going to spend the kind of money it's going to take. So, bronze score, Cameron Grimes. So, it's just sort of one of those things that's on the back burner. But I always try to take him if we do a break or something and just play the odds, right? Like, never know. It could happen. Roxanne. Madcap Moss, bronze. Booker T. Who was his, if Brian Doobie's still watching or somebody else knows, who was his tag team partner when he was with Harlem Heat? I can never remember who his partner's name was. But it's sort of like Shawn Michaels when he split off from, what was it, Marty Jannetty? Like, I just don't remember Booker's partner. That is a Prism China Spectra. The 8th wonder of the world. XR bronze, Aaliyah James. Stevie Ray, there you go. I could not, I'll guarantee you ask me tomorrow and I'll forget. Guarantee it. Aaliyah James. Playoff rookie. And then I know I got one of these base already, but this is the bronze rookie. Tiffy time. I didn't know that was his brother. See, I'm learning all kinds of things. Jake Umberto Bronze, Axiom. Mandy Rose. John Cena, Dude Love. Drew McIntyre. All right, we're about due for one of those numbered boxes again. Met The Undertaker 2 days before COVID. Oh, that's cool. It's so surreal, or I don't want to use the word strange. Surreal, I get it, but it's very interesting to me how entertaining The Undertaker is, and like listening to him talk. He is a very intelligent person, like very intelligent. Like you can tell, just the way he speaks about certain topics, and I always like to listen to people talk that don't feel like they've rushed what they're trying to say. Like, they sort of take their time, they sort of pause through some of their sentences a little bit, and you can tell they're putting some thought into what's coming out of their mouth. And I always just have an appreciation for that, so... I'll bet. There's Taker. Speak of him. He's like, what's his name last night? Say his name and he will appear. Origins, Damian Priest. Oh, we might have a numbered box. Green Legacy, Stone Cold Steve Austin, 92 out of 99. Steve Austin goes to Team 14, Matt McLaughlin. Leah James, Bailey, the Road Dogg, Jesse James, Solo, Mansoor, Green, 75 and 99. No clue where I put him. Oh, he was easy to find, though. Team 12 and Brian Kessler. Eloquently, yes, that's the correct term to use for The Undertaker. Yeah, Sarah. Drew McIntyre. Charlotte. Odyssey Jones. Lacey Evans. That is an optic bronze prism. That's pretty sweet. I'm going to sleeve that because that's pretty nice. That goes to Craig Mintz, Team 16. That's the first bronze optic we've seen, though. That's pretty nice. And then 18 and 99, Bret the Hitman Hart, Illusions Green. That goes to Team 9 and Mark. Interesting how we've had 3 boxes with 3 numbered cards in each box. But then we go several boxes with nothing numbered. JBL, bronze. Mandy Rose. The story on her is that she got fired for doing the OnlyFans thing. I don't know if that's accurate or not. Brie Bella. Michael Hayes, bronze. Nikki Bella, black. Spectre Ricochet, Asuka black. There's Taker. Like, I would like that pick. Like, that card would be cool with an autograph on, because that's a cool picture of him. Like, that would be one that I'd be like, oh, that's cool. Hitman still... No. He certainly does not care for Triple H still. You are correct. All right, last 5. Our final quarter of the case. If we're able to duplicate the front end, we need one more box with some numbered stuff. We need one more short print and one more auto, which we can do that out of 5 blasters. I know these blasters have been sort of ho-hum, but I was trying to pick out what to break, and you know, the options are a little bit limited with wrestling right now, and it was kind of like it came down to either do this or maybe like one box of National Treasures, which actually would have been more expensive and only, you know, what, 10, 11 cards max, or we could have done Topps Chrome, but the problem with Topps Chrome is it's like $450 for one box. And you don't get that many cards, and you only get 2 autos. Like, it's just... It's a nice product, but it's overpriced, in my opinion, for what it is. J.C. Jane, Rookies and Stars rookie. Bronze Luminance Big E. Cena, Electra Lopez, Terry Funk, Jagger Reed bronze, XR Goldberg. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Like, Shinsuke Nakamura, Ultimate Warrior, Axiom. I don't know if anybody else shares my opinion or not, but I love when Finn Balor did his original entrance. And then when he would do his demon, his entrances were fantastic. I don't know why. I think they should, and maybe they are slowly leaning back to that. But those entrances were so good. They should let him go back to his normal self. Bronze Elite Stacy Keibler. We'll sleeve that because somebody's going to find that to be a nice card. Or somebody's, for that matter. Bronze Legacy Triple H. Butch. Edge. Superstar Billy Graham. Grayson Waller. Yeah, we'll do a football break for draft night. Reggie. Liv Morgan Illusions. And the break for football on draft night will be pick your teams. I'm trying to figure out what products. I'm trying to incorporate some optic into it, but it's only been released in stores. So like my LCS usually actually gets an allocation of retail, and he has not received his yet. And I haven't seen any in stores, nor am I going to go clear a shelf in a store to begin with. So, but yeah, we will do a football break Thursday night for draft night. We've done that the past several years, so we'll keep that tradition alive and going. It might be the direction I was slowly leaning for the football break was just a mixer of like maybe like a mega of Mosaic, a mega of Prism, and then just a couple other things mixed in there. I'm not trying to make it be, you know, I'm not trying to have teams cost, you know, $100. So person in front of me filled their cart with everything that was on the shelf for Optic. That's crazy. Will the Buckeyes be available? Stephen Roberts, it probably will not be the break Thursday will probably not be college. It'll probably be pro uni stuff. So they really won't be in the break per se as a team listed, but I will say I normally keep the Browns and Steelers. All the teams will be available in the NFL. All the NFL teams will be available on Thursday. I'm not going to hold back anything. Cody, Contenders ticket bronze. Ricochet. The stores need to do the stores need to limit on sports cards. They still should be limiting like, hey, max of 2 per customer at any transaction, you know, or something like that. Like XR Rhea Ripley bronze. Shinsuke, Queen Zelina. Black Alexa Bliss. I'm disappointed. I thought she would be incorporated somehow. Something with WrestleMania. Bronze MVP. Great Khali. He's not getting around too well these days. Edge. Paul Heyman. Charlotte Flair. Yeah. It should be, you know, the Targets and Walmarts and Myers of the worlds, all those retail places, they all should have a very similar, you know, 2 per customer per day, basically. And of course, the big problem is when they release retail before hobby is released, that's what happens. People go nuts because they want to be the first to market. That's the issue. Is everybody wants to be the first one to pull something big, and they want to be the first to be on the market with it. And because hobby's not available, they're rushing out to buy all these retail boxes and then flip them like they did in COVID. So Triple H, Legacy Bronze, Hogan, Balor, Bronze Chronicles, Lex Luger. There's Dusty Rhodes. Alexa, Tiffy. There's a Phoenix Silver, Roddy Piper. XR Bronze, Dusty Rhodes. Roxanne, R-Truth. Razor Ramon, I always liked him. Chico, he was good with the microphone. Kit Wilson Bronze Origins. Brock Lesnar. Carmella. China. Batista. Diesel. Main event, Jey Uso. Remember Vader? He used to wear that whole head thing out, and it had, like, steam coming out from it. All right, 2 to go. Hopefully by the time we do our next wrestling break, Topps will have a new product out. I think they used to do like a regular Topps. It was just like Topps WWE, right? Like it would put you in the mind frame of like what Series 1 baseball is, maybe. I'm hoping they're going to come out with something like that that's more like it would put it more in the category of like Donruss, where maybe there's like one hit, like one auto per box or something. But make it be not $450 a box. Beth Phoenix playoff bronze. That's Edge's significant other. Sonya Deville. Elektra Lopez. The Godfather. Remember he used to come out with all his hoes. Bailey. I love that picture of Bailey. I'm a big fan of Luminance to begin with, but that's a really cool picture. Her doing I don't know if she refers to it as the Macho Man elbow or not, but that's what I call it. Trish. Odyssey Jones black. There's the bronze version of that Bailey Luminance. Wendy Chu. Bronze Asuka. Nikki. Austin Theory. Which I think Austin Theory was getting like a major push from Vince. And now that Vince is gone, I'm not sure he's getting that same support system that he was getting before. So, all right, let's end it with one good box here. Come on. One for the road. At a minimum, everybody's getting cards. So we got that going for us, if nothing else. Yeah, they got the whenever they make their Raw debut or SmackDown debut. I like all that stuff. Topps seems to be so expensive compared to everything else. I don't know. Maybe it's just the Topps world. Maybe their production's more expensive. I don't know. Bronze Carmella Luminance. Bianca. The hair whip. Braun Breaker. She got Rhea last night, I think. Mandy Rose. Shelton Benjamin. EO. Nikki Bella. Bronze XR Goldberg. China Bronze. Cora Jade Certified Rookie. Taker. Damian Priest Origins. Another Solo. Bailey. The Road Dogg Jesse James. Nikita Lyons. Randy Orton on the Flux. Butch Mace Honky Tonk Man. And Solo Sikoa with the rookie to finish things off. So that's all we got for tonight's wrestling break. I wish it was a little better than it was. But like I said, I was in a bit of a quandary as to what we should break, and it's just hard to decide what to do or what not to do. And that's why I try to ask for input, because it's just so hard to know. Yeah, Fully Loaded was good, and then what was the other one that had the 10 packs with hits? Undisputed. Undisputed was really good too. So, unfortunately, not much to recap. The two best cards are in front of us, in my opinion. We got the out of 25 Champa Green Phoenix and the Veer Mahan rookie auto. So, again, if you are somebody that does not want your base cards, because you're going to have a bunch, everybody's going to have a bunch. But if you're somebody that just doesn't do base, let me know, and I'll add them to our Cards for Kids stack. Otherwise, I will sort them, and everybody's going to get all their base cards, because I know this is, not a normal thing for us. So, I will, if you're tuning in for National Treasures, I will get that list updated here in just a few minutes, and we'll see where we're at with that, and we'll probably be ready to go on that one before too long. And then again, I do have that PSA reveal, which I'm probably going to sneak in before the break of National Treasures, just because I want to get that done for him. So stay tuned for that in a little bit. And that's all I got. Everybody have a great rest of your evening. Appreciate the support on the wrestling stuff, like usual. And like I said, hopefully, maybe we'll have a new product by the time we do our next wrestling break and have a little bit better price point on it and a little better luck. So we'll keep trying and keep at it. Until then, we'll see you all next time.